Hey there, I thought I would give you a look at how I store my die sets. So I have so many of these. In order to keep them organized, I do keep them by the month and year that they do come out. So I like to use some magnetic sheets. These are really great. I get them on Amazon. I will link all this stuff below for you, but they do have actually sticky on the back, so if you want to make projects out of these, you can, but I just use them to store my dies. So I will use, this is a half a sheet. I just cut the sheet in half, so you get 2 out of 1. And then I have these plastic storage containers here. They're great. I've been using them for years. You've seen me use them previously in a project to create my candy pouches. So they are sort of dual use. I use them for projects as well. And then sometimes I like to have my pouches actually close if I have a lot of smaller pieces and I'm worried that some might fall out, and in that case, if I do, I will trim down my magnet to make sure that it fits just under here, and these have a really great flap to them that you can add some sticky Velcro to make sure that your flap stays closed and nothing falls out. I really honestly don't have trouble losing dies once they're on the magnetic sheet, so I rarely use these, but in some cases I do want them, especially if there's a lot of small pieces. So I wanted to just let you know that sometimes I do that. So really simply what I will do is just remove everything off of the sheet that it comes on, and here you'll get a really good look at all of the little dies that are included here. I'm gonna run this one up along the top here. I know I won't need that much room. I do try to keep them lower on the sheet if I can. That way it's less risk of something falling out. And then I will go ahead and pop these off as well. So I think this should fit across pretty well. Yep, that'll work. And then I will add these on either side of it. As long as it fits in the pouch, I don't worry too much about it fitting perfectly on the magnet, as the magnet is slightly smaller than my pouch. And again, I'll just sort of keep layering all this stuff in here. That is a very, very thin die. These are some very detailed ovals. I'm so excited to stitch with these. I think these are going to be so much fun to make. Okay. And last but not least, that centerpiece there. And I'm just going to pull that one down a little bit. Now, so that I can keep everything straight, I will then go ahead and actually place my magnet sheet in here, and I like to place it facing forward to the flap because I'm going to leave my flap up. Again, just extra protection, making sure that the full sheet is covered. You could, again, trim this down and put your flap over and add some of the Velcro if you're worried about it, or if you have trouble as you use it. And then I always like to save this to go with it, but of course it has that sticky on it. So I take my powder from my embossing stuff and just run that across any sticky that might be on there. Try to do sort of all of this at once, that way I don't have powder everywhere over and over again, but since I'm just showing you one at a time here, I just kind of shake that off, make sure any excess is gone, and then you can see no longer sticky. This is a perfect size to fit in there, so I will just place this in the back, and there I've got, I know that it is from February 2020, and if I want to look at my sample, I've got that saved in the back as well. So this works really well for me. Wanted to share it with you in case you're looking for some more organizational tips for all of your dies as well. And I will do the same thing with my large die kit. So for my larger one, you'll see that it's much too large to fit this paper in here. So let's go through, I'll do the same thing. Again, this is actually a lot larger than the usual large kits that we get. I feel like the pieces are a lot bigger, but we will do our best to make everything fit. And if I have to add in a second piece of magnet, then I will. Very, very sticky. So I'm just gonna layer everything on here. And these little pieces as well. I think if I slide this over a bit, I can fit this along this side. Yep, that'll work. And this guy there. It's really just kind of puzzling everything together to try and get it fit as best as you can. Actually, I think this might be better along the side. I'll put that birthday and the cutout there. And then I can add these 3 above. And sometimes that tape will want to actually come off, so I don't think I'm going to be able to fit all of the florals on here with that. So what I'm going to do is grab another sheet here, and I'm going to put all the leaves and the florals on their own, and that way I'm not stressing to fit everything onto one. I might be able to do it, but I don't think so. And this way I don't have to worry about it. Well, if I can get the tape, there we go, off my fingers. Okay, so there we have one with the typewriter and all the sentiments. And we can kind of move these smaller pieces to the inside, keep them a little bit safer. And then all of the florals and leaves on the other one. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and stack these, and then I will place them inside my pouch. And since this is such a large piece, some of these tapes are coming up. I'm just going to try and peel them off. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Yep, those ones don't come up. So I'll go ahead and hit these again with my anti-static powder. And then I'm going to trim this down. But I want to make it so that I can keep my sample. Ooh, that just fit in there. So I'm going to trim the top here. And then I will trim off this bottom portion. Now, I could keep it if I wanted. It does list all the sizes of everything. I don't really feel like I need that. I've never used it in the past, so I'm just going to get rid of that piece. And then I will place these 2 together, just overlap those, and stick them in the back. That way I've got all my instructions. I know it was from February of 2022, and I'll be able to find what I'm looking for pretty easily. So again, you could trim these down, add your Velcro dots if you want it to be a little bit more secure. I feel like this is fine. I've done this lots and never had any trouble with it. So there we are, my 2 organized sets ready to go. Hopefully this was helpful to those of you who might be looking for some different storage options. As I mentioned, I will link below for you. I get all of this stuff off Amazon, so I'll include those links if you are interested in picking them up. And I will be back again soon with another video for you. Have a great day.